Hello everybody, so in this video I'm going to talk about how to create job applications later. My name is Ricardo Emmanuel and this is for my subject reading and writing for teaching. So let's get started. Okay guys, so what is the content that I will going to explain you in this video? Now, the first is the introduction. The second is the index, as you can see, is the number of the context that I'm going to talk about you. That's right. Now, the next main point is what is the job application later. I mean, in this point, I want to explain you the definition exactly or more specific what is the job applications later, okay? And the point number 4 is the table of the steps and extra example of them. I mean, in this case, I'm going to present you one example of the job applications later with doing all the steps, but in more general. The point number 5 is all the steps, the how to write a job applications later more specific. We need to take in account the next points. For example, we need to put introduce candidate, okay? Number 2 is establish credentials. Number 3 is essential detail on the candidature. Number 4 is the value of candidature. Number 5 is the offering incentives. The last point is enclosed documents. The other is pressure taxes about the job applications later. And the last 2 points is are solicitor response and eating politely. And the last point, I'm going to explain you my own example application letter doing all these steps. So that's right. That's right. So guys, do you have any idea what is the job application letter? No worries. I will explain you. Okay. I have two different concepts. That's right. I'm going to read you the first one. According to the concept one is all the content that companies should resume when you apply for that job. That's right. So it's our writing your applications later makes your profile stand out and increases your chance of getting selected for this interview. That point refers to if you write a job applications letter, you have more chance to getting this job according to this interview. If you pass this interview, it's very necessary apart from the CV. And the concept 2, we have the following. According to Ashir 2000, make a personal or statements in the letter. One should include establishment of the applicant's academic and professional qualifications, display their abilities through work experiences, explains their interest in the target field, and the possible contributions that can make to the company as well as their career plan. So based on these definitions, we can say that your applications later it's like resume with all your experiences, with all your abilities, with all your interests that you have or that you're able to this target work, okay, or this target job that you wanted, okay. So that's why the reason that it's necessary that you need to create a job applications later. So we know that the definitions about the job applications later, we know the job applications later is that all your resume with all your experiences, your abilities that you have in the job field. Now, in this point, I want to explain you the general steps and example of what is the job application letter. Okay, based on this picture, in this case is the balance, we have the following, and they recommend us to do the next points. For example, always write a one job applications later. Try to not include more things. You need to try to be more specific, okay, for to get this job. As you can see, we have a general dates, for example, the names, the addresses, numbers, telephone numbers, the email, the dates is very important. When you write a letter, it's very important that you need to include this kind of things. Okay, that's right. And we have the destiny. In this case, is Mike Smith. He's a human resources manager. B is to go is the company. It could be. This is the address. It is located to Portland. This is the zip and different things. Now, you need to start with a formal grading. In this case, is dear. Try to use formal expressions when you write a letter. Okay. So now, according to this picture, they trying to tell us is that trying to be more themselves in this case, or more in my case is myself, in your case is yourself. You need to include all your skills or accomplishments. Try to use keywords when you write a job application letter. Trying to use keywords is very necessary. And trying to edit. Now, what is the point here? When you write a job application letter, trying to check in before to send them. Checking your mistakes, checking different things. That's right, but no worries, because I'm going to explain you more specific situations or more specific information about that. This is only a picture. If you want to pause the video and writing this letter, you can do it. No worries. That's right. So I'm going to continue. So now, in this part, I'm going to explain you more detail the steps for create a job applications letter. That's right. So, but come in. Now we have stage 1. In this case, is introducing candidature or the addressing. Okay. What is the point here? The point here refers to that writers needs to put a personal information or specific information that trying to with the audience more formal and politely. Okay, and then you need to take in account the subject of your application should be catchy, brief, and to the point. For example, you need to include in your introducing the date. In this case, Mr. If you are a Miss, a woman, you can put Miss. If you are a man, Mr. You need to include your surname and your full name. In this case, your name, your company, or your in this case, your position. In this case, is the position, and the last point is the company name. So in this case, this man is a manager. The company, we don't know. The area code, we don't know too. And the box is the specific code about this place, okay? And the city. The city in the country is necessary. They need to put the location. And you can start with this formal expression. For example, dear sir or madam. Before to say that the sir, you can include your subject line. The stage 2. In this case, you need to establish credentials or referring to the source of the information, okay? This move carries the main thrust of the communicative purposes. Is the several steps, strategies are usually applied to establish credentials, okay? In your case, like applicant or candidate refers to the advertisement in which the job was advertised. What is the point here? If you see an advert that they need to, for in this case, a teacher, you see this advertisement and you apply for this case. That's right, or any other source. Now, in your established credentials in this point, you will explain briefly your achievements, experience according to your profession. For example, I have this referring information. For example, we have this example. I am writing to apply for English-Spanish teacher exchange to go teach English and Spanish for Cambridge University Press position, advertised in Cambridge Assessment English, Mexico. This is the job. The job is that Cambridge Assessment Mexico, or from Cambridge University Press, they need to change the teachers for teach English and Spanish from other countries. For example, British teachers arrive in Mexico, and Mexican teachers arrive to UK, or they go to UK in this point. That is the reason that many teachers want to apply to this job. And then we have the other example. I have a doctor in English from the University Guelph in Ontario, Canada, where I study under such discussing scholars as a professors K.R. Season and P. Hodge. I also have a M.A. in English from Napoli University. So in this case, you explain your personal achievements or experience that you had been. In this case, for example, this is a teacher. He has been worked in discussing scholars and discussing universities and so on. So trying to put the briefly information about your achievements, experiences, according to your profession. So, okay, everybody. So we have account the two previous stages. So do you have an introducing yourself on your candidature that you want to apply? And you have your credentials. Right now, in the stage number 3, you're going to be more essential. You're going to describe more detailing of your job. Okay, so this point refers to the details of your work experiences, are provided that you, in your case, you have it. For example, we have this example. I have taught English at the number of American and Canadian educational institutions, okay, including Purdue and Oklahoma universities. I have also taught in Lovis College in Terengganu, Ireland, where I had experience teaching English as a second language. Currently, I am on the staff on Ryan University in Saudi Arabia. So this person has had the experience to work in American and Canadian education institutions apart from Lois colleagues in Ireland. And right now, or currently, he works in the university in Arabia Saudi. So all of this is experiences and provide experiences. It's necessary because you need to be detailed with your information. You need to try to convince your bosses to get this job. Okay, you have your detailing or your achievements, your experiences. Now, we're gonna start with the stage number 4, your value, like a candidature. So the value refers to all your achievements, recognitions, and experiences that you have all through this career, okay? With this, in your case, have a better chance to get a job. You can explore more detail part of your CV here. That's right. So now I'm going to read you the next other example. I have written about 10 research articles in the last 7 years, all of which has been published in scholar journals. I have also written 2 books, one of Shakespeare, the other on the teaching of writing, which have been published by Guelph University, and it will be out in a few months. Okay, as you can see, the value of this worker and this teacher is that he has the ability or his recognition to write 10 researches article, and then it has been published in different scholars journals. Also, he wrote, or they wrote, I don't know, 2 books. For example, Shakespeare, and the other one, it was teaching of writing, okay? And the same point, these books were published by this university, in this case is Gulf. So this is your value. You need to try to convey your value, that you have experiences, you have the ability to get this job. So trying to be more detailing, offer something, sell something, it's necessary. In this point, you need to sell your experiences. Okay, we have the 4 previous stages. So in this case, trying to offer incentives on your bosses or your companies that you want to apply. Okay, this form refers to all the skills, specialties, and the strengths that you have or that you can offer in a job. Okay, these companies allows or schools organizations to have a better profile of, in your case, like a candidature, for example. Your incentives, or you can offer the next point. We have this part. My specialty is Shakespeare and Renaissance drama in general, but I'm also qualified to teach wide variety of other courses, including the novel, poetry, composition, writing and teaching of writing for ESL. Okay, so the teacher that he wants to get his job he is very able to talk about Shakespeare and Renaissance in drama in general, but also he is qualified to teach other variety of the courses, include kind of novels or kind of genres, kind of poetry, composition, writing and teaching for English as a second language. So trying to offer something when you apply for a job, that is very necessary and important. Okay, guys, we have previous the 5 stages. We have wrote the 5 stages. Now you need to enclose your documents. In this point, you here enclose your later informal way, providing all the information through the curriculum vitae. That's right. For example, I hope this later application will clarify some of the information all enclosed in my curriculum vitae, which outlines my qualifications, experience, and researcher's interest. Okay, curriculum vitae going to, or in this case, get all your qualifications, your experiences, and researches, because the job application later you want to be more detailed, more specific, more. It's not complex. It's more direct. But in this case, the curriculum vitae, it's more resume apart from complex. That's right. Okay, we have stage number 7. It's necessary that you need to use the pressure tactics. What is referred here? The candidates like you shows the interest in the position to get a job. So you need to try to convince, the company or the bosses that you have that you have a job. So trying to combine all the companies more easily. You can use expressions like conditioning, incentives to win the position on the job. For example, I am required to give a notice to Ryan in early April, and therefore look forward to hearing from you soon. That's right. I'm really sorry because I'm reading a lot fast, but no worries. I'm going to repeat again. Now, I am required to give a notice to Ryan in early April, and therefore look forward to hearing from you soon. So this person that trying to that applied this letter, they need to record this information to this university very soon. So they trying to use the conditioning to get the job position, and they will wait for hearing the answer very soon. And the last ultimate points that we have is the stage number 8. In this case, is soliciting response. In this case, it refers to the requesting positive response and offering further information that candidate requests. In this case, you. For example, since I don't have telephone, I will be happy to call you, show you a telephone discussion become appropriate. So the person or he doesn't have the telephone, but he will be happy that he reply the answer very soon to discuss the application, the job. That's right, guys. Now we have the last stage, enclose politely. What does that mean? It refers to the courtesy and respect it shows through expressions of gratitude, requesting positive response, and offering further information. For example, you can DM or you can enclose more politely doing this. This is for my extra letter. I'm really sorry for that because I was editing my letter, but right now it's very clean. Now, thank you for your precious time and considerations in this application. Yours seriously, this case is my name, Emmanuel. My position, I am a Spanish teacher. I am researcher from the University, UNAM, and WAP. This is one example, okay, guys? This is my addresses, my telephone number, and my email address, emmanuel.mg.lewap.unam@gmail.com. So trying to use these expressions to be more gratitude, or it's a courtesy that the company is taking your job applications later account. Now, guys, so we know all the specific steps, the how to create at one application job later, okay? Now, in this point, I will explain you my own example job applications later, okay? So here we go. This is my job application letter. As you can see, it has all the content, personal information, or all the detailed information that requires to create a job application later. In this case, is the addressing. For example, October 16, 2020, the company or the school is the Cambridge Assessment English Mexico office. The address is the following: Torre de los Parques Insurgentes Sur, 1196, floor A. I'm really sorry for my Spanish because it's in Spanish this direction. Colonia Tlacotemecal del Valle. The number is 03200. CDMX. That's right, it's the Mexico. And my subject line is the following: your application letter for the role English and Spanish teacher exchange for Cambridge University Press. Okay, before to start that, it's the I use this as flag or these symbols for specific purposes. In this case, is for studies for a project. That's right. It's examples later that I'm going to create for my purposes to send in my class. That's right, guys. And then I'm going to show you how to create a job applications later when you go to travel in other country. In this case, I do because I would like to work in Cambridge. Now, the Cambridge English Language Assessment is the company or the school. This is the introducing candidate for my ways. Okay, I'm gonna start with this following. Dear sir or madam, I am writing to apply for English Spanish teachers exchange to go teach English and Spanish for Cambridge University Press, position advertised in Cambridge Assessment English, Mexico. So my purpose for these applications later is that I want to work in England for teach English and Spanish from Cambridge University Press. That's why my reason that I applied it. Now, what's my credentials? I have a master's degree in English from the University of in Puebla, where I do study with recognized professors in this case, such as Dr. Ortega Magdalena and the Dr. Salas Araceli. Also, I have a master's degree in Spanish from Asasi University. So my abilities or my experiences that I had is that I had two master's degrees in English and Spanish at the same university. And I work with recognized professors such as Dr. Magdalena and Dr. Araceli. That's right. Okay. We have the point number 3 or the stage number 3, detailed information candidate. I have taught English and Spanish at universities during 5 years, such as Faculty of the Language, WAF, in online, and I'm teaching currently. UPI for 3 years, and UNAM Modern Languages currently too. Also, I have 5 certifications in languages such as certification about English and first certificate in English, C1 and B2 for Cambridge. I have a C1 advanced in Spanish and I have B1 intermediate in French. So what was the office to get these certifications? They were Cambridge University Press, the Delhi University for in this case diplomas para español, and I have a B1 of Delft. That's right. This is my detailing information. And now, what is my value like a candidate to get and to go to work with UK people or British people? Sorry. Okay, that's right. I have written about 9 articles in the last 5 years, where I spoke of different topics such as learning English in the best way for non-native speakers, how to teach English and Spanish for teenagers. All of them have published in scholar journals as Lenguas en Contexto WAF and UNAM International Journal. And then I have written 3 guidelines books to help in the best way to every student. The first one is English Language in Had Fun, where you can find grammar, morphology, and syntax in easy way. The second one is the how to pass Cambridge exams with flying colors. What does that mean, flying colors? Flying colors means very easy. In this book, I explain useful and easy advices for students to get a certification. And the last one guideline book that I wrote, it was how to speak in English without afraid. Afraid means like you need to be not frightened or trying to be more relaxing, but without afraid. This point, I give them special techniques to improve speaking skills for everybody student. This is my value. My value is that I have experience because I wrote 9 articles during the last 5 years of my experience like a teacher. And I have 3 guidelines books to help every student, published by Lenguas en Contexto and University and UNAM International Journals. And the books, they were published by Cambridge too, or and the different company. It was, I remember, British Council. This is my value like a teacher. What's my offering values? Okay, my specialty are in English and Spanish linguistics and in general education. I am able to teach children, to teach teenagers, to teach adults. And also I'm so qualified to teach open courses. For instance, English and Spanish certifications such as Cambridge, TOEFL, College Board, Delhi, and so on. And likewise, I can teach reading and writing research for university students. We have the stage number 6 in this case is enclose the document, and I'm saying the following. I hope this application letter will clarify some of the information to enclose CB, in this case curriculum vitae, which outlines my qualifications, experiences, and research interests. So what is my pursuing tactics? I am required to give into notice to my director, sales on a marker in early December, and therefore looking forward to hearing from you soon. So, and the last 2 points, 8 and 9, soliciting response and enclose politely. I would be very happy to call you should a telephone discussion become appropriate. Thank you for your precious time and consideration in this application. Yours seriously, my name Ricardo Emmanuel Morales Gutierrez. My position actually, English and teacher and Spanish teacher. Also, I'm researcher from UNAM and UAP. My address is 20 Poniente, Centro, Mexico. CA is 72929. Telephone number is 222-779-4664. My email address, it was the following: emmanuel.mg.leywap.unam@gmail.com. That is the end of my example example to how to create your applications later. Okay, guys, this is the last slide that I have for you. So what is the conclusion of your application letter? To sum up, the job application letters allows you to very easily justify your work experience in more summary way. I mean that you can be briefly when you expose all your experiences to get your dream or your favorite job. In addition to, this is supporting with the curriculum vitae. It allows you as a candidate, in my case it could be a candidate, or in your case it could be a candidate, to get a job abroad. These letters gives you the opportunity to get a job in abroad. So take attendance in this case. That's right, guys. So I hope that you enjoy and you learn with my video, and also you can practice your listening practice using that. I'm trying to reply. If I speak very fast, trying to come back in the video and stop with each point and trying to clarify all the ideas of how to create your applications later. Thank you so much, everybody, and see you next time. So have a nice day or have a nice year. I don't know. Bye. Take care. That's right. Goodbye. Bye. Thank you very much. This is the specific resources according to support this research. Thank you so much, guys. Bye.